you need to start with the end in mind and reverse engineer your process to make sure that you make money when you buy, right? We make money when we buy real estate. The sale consummates the transaction. Interest rates are 7%. People are doing bad deals. How do we stop the bleeding? I'm going to show you guys in this video today. Shout out to one of my faithful subscribers. He asked me, he said, listen, B, I'm in the process of underwriting deals right now, you know, running reps. Can you show us how to properly underwrite deals? That's what I'm absolutely going to do for you guys in this video today. So make sure you stay locked in all the way through, because it's so important when we go through and we underwrite deals, okay? First of all, what is underwriting deals? It is the process by which a lender or lending institution, mortgage company, will go out and evaluate your deal to see whether or not it's lendable, and if so, at what level should they lend on the deal. Well, why is this important? It's important for you as an investor to understand what that is, because if you're flipping a property, then your buyer is going to go through an underwriting process in order to purchase the property, right? So you need to start with the end in mind and reverse engineer your process to make sure that you make money when you buy, right? We make money when we buy real estate. The sale consummates the transaction. So on one side, we need to underwrite the deals properly so that we can determine the ARV, the after repair value, so that when our buyers go to get a mortgage from their bank to buy the home from us, when we flip it to them, that we didn't miss the mark. Secondly, let's just say you're doing a cash flow deal. You want to make sure that you underwrite the deal to understand what are the market rents, and more importantly, what is the value after repair, so that if you want to go and do a BRRRR, right, and refinance the property and pull capital back out, that you ensure that the money should be there. All right. So today I'm going to cover this with you guys on the whiteboard and just go through the components of properly underwriting the deal. Okay. Now, one of the main components when you underwriting a deal is understanding the comps. Okay. The comps are how we determine what's the after repair value. All right. So first, let's write ARV. Okay. And again, ARV simply stands for after repair value. Okay. ARV stands for after repair value. Now, in order to determine the ARV, you got to understand comps. Okay. And these are comparable properties. Okay. Now I remember once upon a time, long ago, I was buying my first flip. And at that time, I was not very familiar with this suburb in Michigan that I was buying this flip in. However, I bought rental properties, like 15, 20 rental properties through this particular agent many years prior. So I just assumed, why not go back to the same agent? She helped me buy all those rental properties back then. She could probably help me do this flip. Well, I was wrong. Okay, no knock to her. It was my responsibility. I should have had the proper education so I could have held her better accountable. But she came up with helping me determine the ARV, right? So we looked at the comps, and the comp that we used was across a main road. Why is that a big deal? Well, because that changes, quote unquote, the neighborhood from an appraiser's perspective. And so we go through, we evaluate the comps. We determine the ARV being around 155,000. Well, where our property was located, those properties, the ARV was more like 126 to 135. Well, in lieu of that, went through a 4-month renovation, did a phenomenal job on the property, beautiful renovation. For it to only sell and we lose $26,000. Yeah, that was a painful reality, right? And so I want to help you guys avoid having to make said mistake, because you need to understand how to properly analyze comps. Okay, so let's roll. Now, one of the first rules to comps is the square footage, okay? So you want to be plus or minus 500 square feet, okay? You want to be plus or minus 500 square feet of the subject property. So if your property is, say, 2,000 square feet, that means you want to go up to 2,500 and as low as 1,500, right? So if your property is 2,500 square feet, you could go up to 2,500, down to 1,500, plus or minus 500 square feet, okay? Now, some would say, no, you need to be within 300. You can go as far out as 500 as the appraiser will, but of course, the tighter the comp, the better, which brings me to my next point, right? So unless you're in a rural area, you're going to want to be within a half-mile radius. Okay? You want to be within a half-mile radius from your subject property. All right? Now, obviously, a quarter-mile radius is even better, right? Next door, would it be even better than that? You feel me? So, half-mile radius, quarter-mile radius, next door, right? The tighter and tighter that you can get. Now, if you're in a rural area or if it's commercial, they will go out up to a couple of miles, okay? But I'm talking about status quo for most people doing single-family investments. Architectural style. Right? Architectural style. And listen, by the way, this video would make you a lot of money if you get good at this part of the process, okay? So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this with a friend, right? Share this with a fellow investor. Don't hold on all sauce, okay? Now, architectural style is important because you may have a colonial, right? You could have, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I got the handwriting of a physician, so you gotta listen to me, okay? A bungalow, right? You could have a ranch. And y'all on the East Coast, y'all got all kind of funny names for your architectural styles. But the point is, you want to compare colonials with a colonial. You want to compare a bungalow with a bungalow. You want to compare a ranch with ranch, right? And in addition to that, so also you want to compare brick with brick and vinyl sided with vinyl sided, right? These things are very important because they have an impact on what the value is of the property. Now, then you want to look at bed bath count. Okay, so if you got 3 bed, 2 bath, then you want to find another 3 bed, 2 bath. Now, in most cases, you can go up to 4 bed, 2 bath, right? But once you get to adding an additional bath, so let's just say you went 3-3, that 3-3 is going to be far superior than the 3-2 because it's additional bathroom in the house, okay? And so there'll be some nuance, but you want to stay plus or minus within 1. You plus or minus within 1 bed or 1 bath. Now, here's a caveat, though. Man, I'm giving y'all so much game in this video. Here's a caveat. If you have a 2-2, that 2-2 will not comp out with a 3-2. Now that 3-2 will comp out with a 4-2, but the 2-2 don't comp out with a 3-2. I want y'all to comment below in the video, why do you think that is? Why do you think that the 3-2 will comp out with the 4-2, but the 2-2 won't comp out with the 3-2, although it's only 1 bed and bath count difference, or 1 bed difference? All right, now I'm gonna give y'all the answer after you've already commented below. It's because this is a different buyer. So if you're going out and you flipping a house, if you selling the property to a 3-2 buyer, probably somebody that's got a family, right? So when you go out in the marketplace and you flip a 2-2, you're probably dealing with a couple with no children, a single individual, something along that line, right? So you cannot run the risk at trying to comp out a 2-2 with a 3-2. Okay, that's a major key, y'all. I see people make this mistake a lot. Don't make that mistake, okay? Now, this is another critical one that many won't talk about, but it's imperative that you keep your eye on this comparable stat, okay? And that is DOM. Who knows what DOM stands for? That's right, days on market, right? Days on market. Why is this so important? Why is it so important? It's so important because right now we're in a situation where, okay, let's just take this and frame this time of year against last year, right? Run them in parallel. So same thing was happening this time last year where interest rates were starting to go up towards the fall. But people who bought flips, say back in May or June, bought them with the understanding that they were going to be able to get in and out of them and maybe turn them in 90 days. But as interest rates creep up, the days on market creep up, which means that what days on market means is from the time somebody lists the property for sale, that it stays on market X amount of days before it goes under contract for purchase, okay? That's so critical, y'all. That's so critical because the people that bought deals in May or June of last year, well, when interest rates went up, the market slowed down, days on market increased, and they ended up having a sale at a discount and in many cases a deficit toward January, February of this year. Well, fast forward, that same cycle is happening right now, right? Interest rates have been up in the 7s for the last 6 weeks or so now. Prior to that, the market was still pretty consistent. People started buying deals again. And if you did not buy your deal low enough at a deep enough discount on purchase, by the time you get to the other side, you're probably going to be in a similar situation where you're losing money. So this is the moral of the story today is this, guys. Do not try to time the market. Do not try to think that you can push the ARV and make your value higher than what it is. You got to be super diligent at making sure everything lines up in the comps, okay? And also that you are conservative with checking out your rents in your area. Make sure that you go out and you get rents that are market rents. Even if you can get better rents, underwrite your deals with market rents so that you're not being overzealous as this economy continues to do what it does. I think affordability is becoming more challenging for renters and homeowners. It's a lot of money to be made. I'm not saying this to discourage. I'm actually saying this to teach you guys some things to help encourage you to get out here and start doing the business the right way, okay? For those of you that want to learn how to go out and do this the right way, build a 6 and 7 figure business in a matter of 12 months, join me on my next iFlip challenge. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build a 6 and 7 figure business over the span of 12 months while using other people's money. Yes, doing deals with no money out of pocket is forever would change your life. And so, you know, if you are interested in that, click the link. You'll see it in the description and www.iflipchallenge.com. I love to spend 5 days with you where you guys will get to learn from me how to build a 6 and 7 figure business over 12 months. Buy your time back, retire from work or your business, as well as you get live coaching from me for an hour each one of those days. So if that's something you're interested in, click that link in the description or go to www.iflipchallenge.com. I love to show you guys how to forever change your life through real estate investing. Again, share this video with a fellow investor, an aspiring investor, like, comment, and I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next one.